Personality is defined to be the combination of characteristics or qualities that form an individual's distinctive character. I don't think most game designers know this nowadays. Today, I want to talk about personality in video games. I want to talk about how it can make small things really special, and how current games really just suck at it. The first game I want to talk about is technically a side mode. I'm talking about COD Zombies. What I specifically want to talk about is how it's lost its personality recently. And no, this isn't going to be a Black Ops 3 is the best zombies rant, even though that's true. Think about a very simple mechanic in zombies, the Pack-a-Punch. You go up to a machine, put your weapon in, crack your knuckles real quick, and then you grab your weapon once it's done. And that's it. Not really much, but it's no longer got that special animation to it. Now you go up to the machine and open a menu. I don't want to feel like I'm trying to decide what I want on a KFC menu. I want to feel like I'm doing something impactful to my weapon. In that simple animation, you give up your weapon. You allow yourself to become vulnerable, and the weapon physically goes into the machine and comes out stronger and looking new. In Cold War and Vanguard, all that happens is you open a menu and click a button. And the cherry on top is Vanguard doesn't even have a Pack-a-Punch camo. Imagine in Cold War that when you went to upgrade your armor, instead of just going up to a menu, you interact with the machine. You took off your armor and gave it to it. It did some fiddling with it, and the armor came out better, and you put it on and you were stronger afterwards, instead of just opening up a menu and clicking a button. This is just one example. This one animation just adds that little bit of personality that just makes the world feel more real. And they added upon this. In Black Ops 4, whenever you would Pack-a-Punch a gun, your characters would say something about what's going on in the world. In Blood of the Dead, Richtofen would talk about how he's feeling uneasy and he doesn't know what's happening. Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takio, they would talk about how they don't trust the doctor and he's up to something. The one animation that has always been in Zombies is the mystery box. You always go up, you hit it, it shows you a few weapons, and then you get one. The day that it becomes a menu, where you click a button and you randomly get a gun, is the day Zombies dies. Or maybe it already has. Next, I want to talk about some things in Battlefield. Now, I will admit, I don't have any of the Battlefield games, so I'm thanking JFJ, the amazing funny guy he is, for letting me use his gameplay in this video, link to him in the description. Sadly, personality is also dying in Battlefield. Battlefield 5, surprisingly, has some really good personality. One thing Battlefield is known for is a Battlefield moment, where you really feel like you're in a war with just how much chaos is going on. In Battlefield 5, there is a mechanic called squad revives. This makes it so that your squad of 4 can revive each other instead of requiring a medic. What happens here is that when your teammate dies, they will scream out for help. This is a war, and they're scared they're not going to make it. You, being their teammate, can run over and help them. You grab their hand, you pull them up, you tell them they're going to be okay, and you make sure they get off the ground and fight. In Battlefield 2042, all you do is you stand near them while you rub some paddles together and then you buzz them for a second. Now, I don't know about you, but is a Battlefield moment getting shot at, explosions going on, while you're picking your ally off the floor and saying, you're gonna be alright, get back in the action, or just crouching near a teammate and rubbing some sticks together? Would you rather have this?
The right direction.
I got you, buddy! Come on! Come on now! Up.
Or this? Next, I want to talk about the heroes. Battlefield has been known for a class shooter for as long as I can remember, and now you're forced into a certain character if you just want to use a wingsuit. Very few games work as a hero shooter, and this is not one of them. Look at Team Fortress 2. Every character has so much personality due to things like the trailers, the comics, that it doesn't matter who you want to be, they all are fun to be. It also makes sense in this game. In no world should I see the spy running around with a minigun or the engineer rocket jumping around the map. On Battlefield, if I want to be a medic, I am forced into playing as a certain character that I may think is the most hideous creature in the world and I do not want to be. This is why Back 4 Blood works so well with its characters. They all have personality, some more than others, but what works here is you are not forced into the role of picking a character. I can be whatever build I want as whoever I want. When a weather system in your game has more personality than even one of your playable characters, there's an issue. Also, why the hell is the execution in third person? Stop copying Call of Duty. I don't want to tactical sprint and slide cancel everywhere I go, and I don't want to play Modern Warfare 2019. I didn't like it. The last game I want to talk about is a last minute addition doing to have just recently played it. Halo Infinite. And guess what? It's actually good. I want to talk about the AIs in the game. You only have 3 or 4 AIs to choose from right now, but from what I can tell, they're all special in their own way. I won't claim to have played with every AI and know all the voice lines, but here's what I do know. I chose Fred, who from just 3 hours of playing, I can tell is a kind of a pansy, but he also likes to have a good time. When you pick him, a voice line can play where he sings the Halo action theme. When you pick him a flag, he says something like, "We have the flag." "Oh no, we have the flag." And then when you get in a vehicle, he can say, "Great, an escape vehicle." I genuinely laughed at these when I heard these. Now, I play Halo with Kyler, and he is not the most caring for these minor things in games because he plays certain games. But even though he doesn't care for these things as much, he talked about how he thought his AI was funny because she was a bloodthirsty AI that sounded like Siri. Now, I don't know about you, but if a game has a side thing for some funny voice lines every now and then it works compared to a game where there's supposed to be funny characters whenever something happens and it fails, I'm going with the working game. Those are just my opinions on some games I may or may not have played before. But if you want to argue or disagree, go ahead and leave a dislike or a comment. If you agree, go ahead and leave a comment and a like if you want. I would actually argue with you, but I'd rather spend my time on something useful.